Welcome to another Thirsty Taste Thursday on a Thursday night. And on tonight, I got a few items with me that I'm going to actually be blending. I got some raspberries, I got some strawberries, and I got a kiwi, but I'll have some more in there. Now, the reason why I'm only showing these items is because I want to show you guys what I actually do with them so that I can actually use the stuff that doesn't get actually juice in the end. So one of the things I do with my strawberries is I like to cut off the stem so that you just basically have this is gone, so that doesn't actually get stuck in the leftover stuff that doesn't get juice. And then also too, it's important with fruits where you have skin on it. It's important that you actually get yourself a pencil knife and you use this to actually cut the skin off of it. So therefore, when it does get juice, all this skin is not in there and you're not constantly drinking it and spitting it out because you got so much skin that's in there. So as you can see the kiwi is basically green, and you can see that I'm cutting off the skin. So therefore, this stuff will not actually show up when I'm actually juicing it, and it will be gone and it will have a nice good taste to it. So this is what we're doing on tonight. We're going to be doing kiwis, raspberries, and strawberries. Let's check it out and see how it tastes. Alright, so this is what it looks like at the end of me actually juicing it. You can see that the color isn't green, depending on, I guess, how much kiwi you actually use. But now let's test it out and see how it actually tastes. So once again, we have kiwi, strawberries, and raspberries. That's a good taste. Definitely. You can taste the raspberries, the strawberries. I can taste the kiwis a little bit, not too much, but I think it's a good little taste to it because you can taste the strawberries pretty strong and the raspberries, and I think that takes away from the kiwi taste. But for those of you who don't like kiwis, this would possibly be a good thing because it's good for you and you can drink it and not actually really taste it with this. So this has been another Thirsty Taste. Alright, so some of the good health benefits of these three fruits. One will be it helps with the heart, helps for that to actually function well. Another one is it definitely helps out with your digestive system as well. And then also with blood sugar levels, they help out with this as well. So these are, like I always say, allegedly things that are health benefits to you by actually having strawberries, raspberries, and kiwis. And there's several other health benefits. Look it up for yourself and see how they could be beneficial to you. Now, my throwback on tonight is the movie Higher Learning. I'm not sure if you have ever been able to watch this movie called Higher Learning, but Higher Learning was a movie based around a college, university, and the way that different people on a university acted a certain way. There was things in there mentioning about females and them actually being raped. There was things in there mentioning about the difference between black people and white people. Even they had some breakdowns of even with different cultures and how all different cultures kind of hang out with their own kind of culture. So there was one scene I do remember where they went around the world, as he said, on the college campus, and they showed how each and every race was actually hanging out with their own kind. And so this was a good movie. I would definitely recommend it to you guys to watch. I'll probably leave a preview of it or the trailer of it in the description. But yes, it had a lot of good actors in there, and then it had a few rappers. Ice Cube and Busta Rhymes were in there. Omar Epps was in there. Michael Rappaport was in this movie. A lot of good actors that went on to do some good things afterwards. So definitely, if you have the chance, you can check this out. And then for those of you who may be trying to figure out where you can find it on, I did look and see you can find this movie on Tubi. So the movie is called Higher Learning. Check it out. All right, so two things that I'm thirsty about talking about on tonight is basically one being the national championship in basketball, college basketball, that is, where Houston went against Florida. Florida came out as the victor, but it's been a lot of talk by some people saying, was this a move where Houston was basically paid off to lose? Why did this basketball player actually? He went up to take what looks like to be a shot, and then as another player came in to actually try to block the shot, he came back down, and you can't come back down with the ball in your hands. So then he let the ball just drop because he can't touch it, or else it would have been a turnover to Florida. And it was just, one of those plays where why would he jump up and not actually shoot the ball and actually just come back down? And it was a bad play. It was at the end of the game, and it has a lot of people questioning whether or not he threw the game or not. I honestly could look at it both ways. I don't know if he just got caught up in a moment or if it was actually him throwing the game for whatever reason. But the reason why I say it could go either way is because I remember a time when I was playing basketball back at the Boys and Girls Club, and my team actually went to the championship. And we were about to win. The game was very close, but then the other team made a point, and they were up on us by 1 point, and we had the ball. One of our shooters missed, and then somebody from my team got the ball, and instead of actually shooting this shot and taking a shot so that we can actually win the game, he just kept on dribbling, and he was just dribbling, and he didn't pass the ball. And then at the last minute, or last seconds I should say, he passes the ball, and the person that shot it, it was too late. The time had ran out. And so I don't know if maybe for this player the same thing happened to him, and he just got frozen in the moment, and he didn't know what to actually do. The other thing that I was thirsty about on tonight, or had a taste for tonight, was what happened to the Denver Nuggets head coach and him actually getting fired. His team is in the playoffs. They pretty much have a chance to possibly be either maybe possibly the third to possibly fourth seed in the Western Conference, but then they can, depending on if they lose certain games because the West is so close in their standings this year, they can also fall to possibly number 7 seed or number 6 seed or something like that as well. But the thing about it that I didn't really quite understand, I'm not sure if other things are going to come out later as far as issues and problems that maybe the players are having with him or the front office. But it was very strange that he actually got fired knowing that his team is actually on the verge to go to the playoffs. Even if they end up being in a play-in tournament and getting through the play-in tournament to get into the actual playoffs, or if they're number 7, 8, even if they're number 8 and they get in, then basically they have a shot and an opportunity to go for the NBA Finals. And they have one of the best players in the league on their team. So why he was fired, it puzzles me. And then even just the thought that, okay, couldn't they fired him possibly after the season, maybe after they lost in the playoffs or something like that? Why would they almost in this case sabotage their season to get rid of him? Because oftentimes if there's somebody behind them, it's not too often that they can do a better job than a head coach that's already there, because that's the reason why they gave him the head coaching job. But I could be wrong. Let's see if they prove me and others to be wrong. But I honestly thought, unless it was something very crucial that he did, like something that the organization is just basically not talking about at this time, I don't think that it would be a smart move to fire him when the playoffs are just around the corner, and you would need his coaching skill to actually help them to possibly win a championship. It's almost as if they're throwing this season away before the playoffs even get started. So those are the things that I was thirsty about, but you can leave a comment as far as your thoughts about those things. And as always, I know what I want and I know what I like, so don't worry about my taste. Thirsty Taste Thursday. Good night.